Video on you guys.
Welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection, episode 9.
It is good to be back.
Garrett's back. Where'd you go, man?
I was in Detroit, but we also had contract issues.
Yeah.
And so Clint and I sat down, renegotiated that. I'm officially working for credits at Dave & Buster's now.
That's good. They're going places.
Well, this is 2 for 1 week, so it was perfect because my inner fun, he really wanted to come out, and so.
I don't want to be an ad for Dave & Buster's, but I think they do like $20.
No one's there anyway. So.
Yeah, endless
People
wings.
gave up on Dave & Buster's a while back.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, shouts out to the fun we had as a kid.
So let's get right into it. We have a new bet. UFC 204?
205.
Hasn't happened yet. November. I'm antsy, and we got a game.
We do. We literally have a game on Monday night, 7:30.
If you haven't noticed by now, I'm a Broncos fan. I respect what the Texans are doing. I can say that, right?
You can say it, but you're not going to mean it.
Yeah, I mean it. I like what they're doing.
I've seen your fantasy lineup,
Oh,
man. You don't
man.
have a single Texan on there.
I have.
Neither do I, but it's fine.
You're wrong because I have Hopkins.
Nick Novak zeroed me on a kicking or effort, so I got rid of him.
Regardless, and I guess we didn't actually ask Dave this beforehand. Can we just blur each other's, if we wanted to blur faces, could we? Okay. So we have a bet, and it's going to be if the Texans win, all next episode I will have my face blurred out.
True.
And if the Broncos win, vice versa.
Same. Still going to look good, but
just from the neck down.
That's what it's always been, man.
If I lose,
23 years strong.
If I lose, I'm going to draw eyes and mouth right here.
I kind of hope you lose now. I want the Texans to win. I had to take their side on the bet anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't get to 11-5 like I think they might without winning a few more games because they already dropped 2.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, we've already kind of covered that Titans game we had. I mean,
yeah.
Or no, it was the Titans, right? Yeah. Okay. It's so hard because I still remember us getting our asses
Titans
beat
and
by
Indy.
the Vikings. There we go.
Indy,
yeah. We won in overtime.
There we
go. And so people are tripping on Brock Osweiler. Give him a chance. He'll get it done. Hopefully.
Give the man a chance.
He's going back to Denver, and we're gonna hope that works out. But
we also have the Rockets. Preseason's almost over. When's the regular season start?
our first game is the 26th.
Who do we play?
Come on, man. Why are you asking all these questions?
Fact
I just needed
checker.
to know a date. We got the fact checker on that, but we're gonna win.
Yeah, we
obviously.
got some pieces, man. Nene.
Sure, we do.
You don't
We're
like Nene?
living officially in a post Dwight Howard. What's the word we'll use here? Post Dwight Howard reality.
Era? Oh, yeah.
Era. Short lived. What, 4 years? 5, maybe 5 the max.
I didn't really like it anyways. We didn't really use him correctly. He's been doing all right in the preseason, but we can beat him. We can beat Atlanta. We can beat.
This just came to my mind with no help. We were playing the Lakers game, or
Yeah.
the Lakers in the first game of the season.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So I think we take care of D'Angelo Russell and the snitch that he is.
There we go. Did you see the Lakers got scored on 8 points in 30 seconds?
By the Warriors?
Yeah.
There needs to be another league, because it's not fair for the rest of the NBA. You got the Spurs are still going to be great.
Yeah.
You got the
Are they?
Warriors. Yeah, the Cavs. I mean, you lost Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan, but still
Yeah.
you've got tons of pieces. That's why they brought in LaMarcus Aldridge as early as they did, just season him into it perfectly.
Prepping it in there.
And I think they got Paul Gasol.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm almost 95% sure of that.
Well, Richard's gonna check your other 5%.
All right, sounds good.
But who else did we get? We got Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon. There's an Anderson that I'm missing.
Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson. So
if they can
no
stay
Dwight
healthy,
Howards.
Yeah.
We still got that long bitch Trevor Ariza. I mean, he's got the swag, but sometimes he's off. So I'm gonna still call him a long bitch.
And James Harden's gonna play point guard all season.
All season long. I mean, he was already doing it. And
Yeah.
and just like last season, you could call that like the precursor to living without Dwight Howard because he was hardly there anyway. So we pretty much saw what we're gonna get. Now we added some pieces.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, but I'm not too high on him this season. I want to see the best happen for him, but
It's funny that we talk about Dwight Howard today. Our guest Derrick Lewis, he's in the past said that he'll fade Dwight Howard if he ever sees him.
Really?
Yeah.
He earned it, man. We need to get our money back from Dwight Howard.
There we go.
Him and
Hell
Kelvin
yeah.
Cato.
Oh God.
But I think we fight for the 8 seed.
I like how you just talked very optimistically about the whole season. Yeah, we'll grab the 8.
Look at how great we've at our very best. We've still been the 7,
Let's
8
get
seed.
let's
and have
get
to play
7
the
so we don't have to play the
Warriors.
Warriors.
We
Yeah.
always have to play the Warriors, man. It's like we're never set up for success anyway.
Kevin Durant will get hurt. Someone will get hurt.
We don't have that type of power on non-Houston teams.
Yeah, no, but
That's
they
why
will.
I think we've already dropped enough names for the Rockets, but shit. One of them put his name in the Great Wall of China, right?
Yeah,
What happens if he's just not a basketball player anymore?
James Brown. He basically
is Bobby Brown.
Is it Bobby Brown?
That'd be even funnier.
I think it was
James
Bobby Brown.
was last week with you, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't even here
You weren't
for
even
that.
there for that, man. Whatchamacallit. But, yeah, Bobby Brown. He hasn't played in the league for like 6 years already. I think he was just traveling with the team. He's like part of their lower organization.
I got you. Well, shit.
And he got a lot of shit for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I imagine so.
Because he took a picture and put it on social media.
Is that just something people do? Because I've never heard of anyone else doing that, like carving their. I mean, I'm sure it's there.
Houston. LOL.
Oh, H-Town. Well, let's get into the show, man.
You got us a brewery today?
I did indeed. Fetching Lab out of Alvin, Texas. They brought us a slew of products. Beer, koozies, glasses. We're going to be talking to them.
And a few surprises.
True. A couple surprises, at least one. And you got us, you already mentioned him, Derrick Lewis.
Derrick Lewis, UFC heavyweight. He's going to be fighting, what is it?
December
5th?
Yeah,
December 5th in Albany. He's the main event.
It's the main event against Shamil. Good luck saying the last name.
Yeah.
We can spell it for you, and that's as good as it's going to get.
Not even. We should get Derrick to try to spell it, though. That'd be fun.
Pretty fun. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection. Carlos and I are sitting here with Brett and Teresa from Fetching Lab Brewing. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll go ahead and get into the beers. What did you guys bring for us today? It's looking like we got the amber, the chili stout, and I can't see that far.
Fetcher in the rye.
Oh, okay,
it's a juniper rye.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll start with the amber. Tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, if we could, we'd like to start with the
Start with
Fetcher in the
whatever
Rye.
you'd like.
The Fetcher in the
Let's
Rye
get on it.
is our fall seasonal. This right here actually came from the brainchild of a good friend of ours who's a home brewer. When we fell in love with the beer from the very, very beginning on this thing, and it is a juniper rye beer. So we've got the nice herbal notes from the juniper balancing really well with the sharpness of the rye. And it's a great fall seasonal. It almost comes across almost like an IPA, but it's actually low in IBUs. The juniper actually brings up the flavor, the perception of the hops.
Okay.
So it's been described as fall in a glass. So
Yeah.
this actually, the reason we wanted to do this one right here is because we're not producing a Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
But this right here is kind of an alternative to an Oktoberfest. So
I
if you
got
like
you.
Oktoberfest, you want to try something that's a little bit different, this is a perfect beer to try with.
I got you. That's a good way to do it, too, because you can go ahead and enjoy that.
We can't remember that.
A lot of breweries, they all kind of throw their Oktoberfest out at the same time, and so it's easy to get just lost in translation pretty much with that. So it's nice when you can say, like, we have our October. It's not your Oktoberfest, but it's your seasonal around the time, and then you get to explain it like you just did, and it sounds fucking amazing.
Right.
Oh,
Fall
yeah.
in a glass.
Absolutely.
trust him on it,
With so many breweries opening, so many craft beers out there, sometimes, when there's already a lot of good Oktoberfests out there, let's go a little bit different.
Exactly.
Why compete against some of the best Oktoberfests in in town? And so we figure, this is a great alternative. It's light. It's brewed specifically for Texas heat. October in Texas is still 90 degrees, so it's
Getting
light
a cold
body.
front.
Yeah, so I heard
Yeah.
we're supposed to have a
We'll go
cold
by that
front
3
today.
degrees.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
We're gonna,
You guys saw the rain
it's
earlier.
It's
That
gonna
was
be like
it.
85 degrees. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Great cold front.
But it's still a great alternative, too, because not everything in October needs to be Oktoberfest.
Exactly.
That's
Like,
correct.
Exactly. And what's really cool about this beer is it's our give back to the community beer.
Mhm.
Right. So part of the proceeds for every keg sold go to Alpha Search and Recovery, and what they do is they train dogs and to find people.
Yeah.
So it's a cause that's near and dear to us. It's dog and it's first response, and it's so. Part of the proceeds for each keg go to them, and then $1 for every beer sold on site of this beer goes to Alpha Search and Recovery when
Okay.
we're open, which is only
Yeah.
occasional.
I really like that, though, because
Yeah.
I think we've touched on this before. It's like you already have beer. People are going to come for beer.
Yeah.
And if you offer beer, people are going to drink it and be willing to pay for it. And then if you can give some of it back, they're like, well,
Right.
that's your excuse already to go. Well, I'll have two. I'll have a third one. Like it's actually like going for something. So
and it's good that you use your passion because y'all are a young brewery. So doing something that reaches out to something that you truly care about. That's really awesome.
Yeah, and it's a good beer.
Right. Yeah, that's you can't really branch off and do things with a beer if it just starts off bad.
Yeah.
We've seen breweries try that and
True.
it does not succeed. And then we've got two other options. Which one would you like to go into next?
The next one we have here is a seasonal favorite that we had over the years there, and it is the Bound and Determined Chocolate Vanilla Chili Pepper Stout.
Oh wow!
The brainchild for this particular beer is sitting right here.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, there's a long story behind it and the name of it. Needs to say, I challenged her and lost. This was the end result of it.
What was the challenge?
A friend of mine.
Can I tell?
Go ahead.
The victor gets to tell the story.
The victor gets to tell. Okay.
Yeah.
So
History is written by the winners.
Exactly, history is written by the winners. That's what we're gonna go with here. So a friend of his invited him to help him with a homebrew competition. This was before we were a brewery, and the two categories was stout and pumpkin beers. And so they decided that they were gonna do this very, very complicated beer. What was it?
It was a nightmare. I can't remember.
It even had nightmare in the name.
Yeah, it was a double imperial pumpkin
molasses
infused
oak aged
stout. It was
a pumpkin stout. Yeah, it was something crazy.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, they were calling it Ichabodian Nightmare, right?
It was a nightmare,
it was crazy. So when they're telling me about this, I'm like, oh wow, you're gonna do a homebrew competition. We had never done a homebrew competition before.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, can I help? And Brett's like, well, he invited me in on it, and I don't know if I can just bring you in on it.
Brett, come on, man.
I said you have to talk to Eric. It's his party.
It's his party. I'm like, come on, right? I've been brewing with you for like forever, and you're gonna do me like that, right?
Yeah.
Put in a good
So
word.
I was like, fine, you guys do your thing. I'll go brew my own beer.
Yeah.
So I get with a cousin of mine, and we team up, and they're entering theirs into the pumpkin category. So I'm like, I'm not a big pumpkin beer fan, so I was like, I'm gonna do a stout, and so we brewed this up, and when we're bottling it up for the competition, Brett knew.
Oh yeah,
he just knew, right?
Yeah, we'd bottled some up, we let it sit for a week just to make sure everything's stabilized and stuff, and we popped up, and we did that first sip. I was like, Teresa, not only are you gonna win, you're gonna win hands down, and there's not any question about it. It's like, this is amazing beer, and it really was.
So it's chocolate, it's vanilla, and it's New Mexico chili peppers. So it's got a little bit of that dessertiness at the front, and then at the back end, there's just a little spice just to kind of end your palate.
Yeah.
It's nothing too over the top. It's not going to burn your face off, because New Mexico chili peppers are pretty mild. So, it's my favorite kind of pepper to put into a beer. So
I've seen that kind of that trend kind of coming about with more stouts with the pepper in it. I mean, we had Ballast Point on last week, and they have like a whole pepper series. There's a brewery on the Heights, Eureka Heights. They have a stout with that as well.
I chased my curry beer with a pepper beer.
Nice.
Great.
Oh wow.
That was the end of that night for. But,
heartburn.
It's a cool way to do it. Some people do a little over spice it a little bit, but it is always good to have like that chocolate, that vanilla, like you said, dessert up front. And so, and just by telling the story, I can already understand why it's called Bound and Determined.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was named
specifically
because it's like, fine,
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Here
exclude
I
me,
go
see what
again.
happens. So now that started a little tradition in our brewery too. That when we have creative differences, we have an ingredient that we really want to be able to beer around, and he wants to go one way, I want to go another. We have a brew off.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
And we bring it to everybody, and we let people vote on a blind tasting, and what he or she, 2 for 2, just saying.
Right, you got to step your game up, bro.
2 for 2.
Hey, that person who wins is the one we go with, and you get one round.
Yeah.
You don't get to
No excuses.
Yeah.
no
No
excuses.
excuses, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
One round.
Yeah,
so.
that's why she won the last round. It's no excuses. I lost. That's
Yeah.
what it was. But there were excuses.
Here comes the excuse.
There were
Yeah.
excuses.
It's better to just concede the defeat.
It was there, I'll get
You
it
know
in
what,
round
this is
2.
badass.
Yes.
I'm coming
Yeah.
for you next time, bound and determined too.
When it comes down to the Bound and Determined and the Fetch and the Rye are my 2 favorite beers that we have out right now.
Yeah.
I
Right.
absolutely love these 2 beers.
I got
Yeah,
you.
the
Sorry.
Yeah, the stout just came out just about a week ago,
Oh wow.
and it's our winter seasonal. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if someone was gonna do it. Whenever you said about a week ago, someone made a Bobby Schmurder reference.
God.
But yeah, that is nice that we have the stout here now. And I was also thinking, you said the other beer, the Juniper and the Rye, that's another brainchild of a home brewer, correct?
yes,
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's, I mean, you guys really the idea of home brewing is just staying true to you guys. Like everything it seems like we've gone through so far is.
It is. We try to make sure that each and every one of our beers are unique and different. We try not to just take the same beer
Yeah.
and just throw some flavor in there and
Here's
put
our
it out and
Helles lager,
say, yeah.
here's our
Yeah.
Oktoberfest,
We
here's
try
our-
to. We're trying our best to make sure that we make every beer as unique as. If you put all of our beers side by side, you wouldn't really see any kind of common denominator
Yeah.
between them. The only one that you would see even close to is our IPA and our pale ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now these are sister beers. The base grains are almost identical, except for one uses rye. The Lay Lips uses a rye, and the Temesian Fox. People always have a hard time spelling it. Temesian Fox is using a Golden Naked Oats.
Okay.
And then of course the
That's
IPA we have a higher hop load than the pale, but that's about the closest we have beers that are in common.
I got you. And those 2 beers you just mentioned too, the pale and the IPA, those are both the kind of tributes to the Houston Space Program, correct?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Was there like a reasoning behind going that route with the name, or?
Yeah. So both Brett and I, we've worked in the space industry for many years, and so it just seemed right to us to kind of give Houston a little tribute. And unfortunately, if you've ever tried to name a beer, it is really hard.
I imagine.
Everything's
We play
taken.
games where we name
Yeah.
beers. And eventually you
Everything's
just run
taken.
out.
Yeah, you go on Untapped or BA or
Yeah.
Brewers Advocate, and it everything's taken like 10 times over, and so everything
Yeah.
space and dog related was taken.
Yeah.
So we went all the way back to the origins of the constellations Canis Major and Canis Minor,
Okay.
and it starts from a Greek story about Laelaps, who's the hound that always got its prey, and the Temesian fox, which was the fox that could never be caught.
Okay.
And
I
so
like this.
that through that story, we also ended up with the original Fox and Hound story by accident. So it worked
There
out
you
really
go.
good.
It works
So
out.
kinda
Everything
two-
ties itself
double,
together.
Right, ties
Yeah.
it all.
Hey,
Right.
If you
my
look
bad.
if you look at the bottom right hand corner of both those 2 beers, normally we have like a little E-Meyer flask. It's a joke that we have, but on that one we have the space shuttle and the space station.
Okay.
So the IPA is the space station shuttle chasing the so one's
Yeah.
always chasing the other.
I like
yeah,
that.
So
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Like you said, it's hard to come up with a name for a beer. You should have sat in on our meetings trying to come up with the name for this podcast.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It ended up. This was like the one that on tap with Southside Collection.
It was like the
was
last
probably,
one we came up with.
But it was also like one of the first or second, and like we drank
Yeah.
several different times trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And like
If we don't go with this, we're going with Bar Scouts
Yeah.
or something.
Bar Skanks got to
You-
the
you-
final round.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you want to try something at home, literally come up with 3 names for a beer and then go into Untapped and almost guarantee almost every
Yeah.
last one of those have already been picked.
And it's
Yeah.
there.
Oh
Crazy.
man, we should make that a game one day.
Yes.
Name
Yeah.
this beer.
Name a beer.
Name
a beer,
right?
that's
And
not-
search- yeah. Yeah.
We need to sponsor our own homebrewing event, and we need to get our hands in there. And then
Yeah.
the winner, someone has. That's when the game comes to play.
There you go.
And so we've also got here your amber.
Actually, we were going to do the amber, but we had heard there's a member of your staff
Indeed.
that loves this other stuff that we put out a while back.
What
We've
stuff
got
is that?
surprises.
It's called-
We have surprises.
Blue Mischief.
Oh,
We-
And
Clint,
if you can't,
Clint, would you like to
can't
come
see
get
it,
a glass?
Clint, would you
Clint
care
just
for
had
a
a
little bit
face
of,
on. Clint just had a face on. It was like when a kid sees the Christmas tree for the first time.
We bought a couple kegs of this because we heard that you
goodness.
like this beer. So
Clint, the first time Clint had this,
died and gone to heaven. Honestly.
he called me
There you go, buddy.
at a rather early
Subtitle
time
that.
of day, telling me about the greatest beer he had ever had. Because for a while there, he was on Buffalo Bayou Summer Wit, and then he finally called me one day and just, I just had the greatest beer I've ever had. I can't find it anywhere else. It's at this barbecue spot right by the podcast room. And dude, it's one of the best beers I've ever had. And then when we met him up at Little Woodrow's later, kept talking about it. We got back to the house, kept talking about it. And then when I told him, I was like, hey, I just messaged them to come onto the show because I know you would love that. He was like, hey man, if you can get him to bring the Blue Mischief, please have him do that. Dude.
Yes.
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, we told him
Surprise!
that.
Yes.
We
The
told him
first thing I
beforehand that
told him-
he didn't have it,
The
right?
first thing I told him when I walked in here, I said, Clint, we've got bad news. They don't have the Blue Mischief anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Alright, let's
like
get into
like
this,
our Labrador mascot, we like to bring smiles to faces.
There,
So
that's
for
right,
you, we
Yeah.
You look like
So-
me on every picture we take of this podcast.
So this beer actually has a story behind it as well, and that it is literally this beer is the one that launched our brewery.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one that actually scoot
Badass
for the whole time.
bomber.
Yeah.
just scoot forward.
Teresa and I had the exact same birthday, just 10 years apart, and we've always had combined birthday parties, and we've also had Super Bowl parties, things like this. As a home brewer at the time, I was always producing beer, but after a while, it become we don't care what else you brew. Do the blueberry. It was just do the blueberry, do the blueberry, do the blueberry. And they kept saying, hey, if this is in the market, I would drink this. I would pay for this beer. And we're like, okay, because we're not really good with metaphors, we said we're going to put our money where your mouth is. And here we are a couple years later.
There we go.
With the brewery.
And it's going, yeah.
That's the one that launched it, man.
What made you pick dogs as the influence? Like for
Our
the
dog.
brewery here, your dog.
Yeah.
No. We kid you not. We were just mentioning about having a hard time finding the names.
Beer names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
were
figured
doing it.
it
We're looking
was.
at names. We'd Google it. We'd find something. We'd Google it. And literally, our little yellow lab. She had her head on the end of the table. She's just like sitting there, just staring at us the whole time. Like, hey, I'm
I
right
think
here.
you know
man.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Teresa goes, "What about?" And we're like,
Oh,
Waiting
There it
lab.
"We're googling it." Like, nothing.
Waiting lab taken.
Yeah,
Yes,
the waiting
you know.
lab, yeah. So Fetching Lab, it was really inspired by our dog. So
Yeah.
and most of our labels are also inspired by our dogs.
I can understand the love for that because I have a yellow lab as well, and she changed me and my family's entire life. That's all I'm going to say about that. She's the most fucking adorable thing in the world.
Yep.
But,
And that's what it comes down to is
Yeah.
creating an image that people can understand and they can relate to. I've never heard anyone go, "I don't like labs." You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like labs. Labs are not what I want. No one's. As a matter of fact, at the festivals and stuff, we have more people that walk up to us and go, "There's a lot of breweries here. The only reason I came here is because I love that lab up there."
There you
And
go.
They got the big picture of the lab and stuff. So
People that don't like labs are the hombres that don't.
Yeah, they're bad hombres.
Bad hombres.
Yes.
Bad hombres. They don't
Yeah.
like
if that's the
labs.
case, man, then I guess we don't have that many to get rid of.
Yeah.
'Cause who doesn't love a lab?
everybody loves a
I
lab.
know.
And
That's one of our phrases. Everyone loves a lab.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if I saw that at a festival, I'd have to at least figure it out because plus you see the dog as the picture and you're like, I bet they have a dog over there.
Yeah.
I want to go pet that
I
dog.
want to pit.
Oh, we have so wanted to bring our dogs to the festivals, but we're like, man, I don't know if they'd let us. Right?
Yeah.
We have
it's better
taken.
than not than bring it and then have her
Yeah.
left out. And,
Well, it's also
And
so
we-
hot most of the time. So
We
Very
have
fair.
taken one of them, our black lab, to Underdogs for a pint night because they
Okay.
allow dogs inside, which
Okay.
I love.
we rolled out the fetcher.
So yeah, we rolled out the Fetcher and the Rye, and we had Alpha Search and Recovery out there. They had all their dogs out there. We were able to bring ours out. It was the best pint night because we had our dog with us.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah.
it was great.
turn that
you
into a
know?
regular type
All of our dog
Yeah.
fans right now, they're melting.
Right.
No, I'm gonna go to Underdogs. Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking of festivals, did you guys get a chance to travel out to, or I know you said you sent some beers to Great American Beer Festival. Did you actually get to go attend?
Yeah, this is our first year to actually go there ourselves, and it is an overwhelming experience.
Oh,
If you've never been to the Great American Beer Fest, go there with the
Where's it at?
intention. It's up in Denver, Colorado. of just taking your time. This is not something you can rush.
Yeah.
Just map it out. There's like you can't, as I say, can't swing a dead cat without hitting 3 breweries in that town. They're everywhere. A lot of Avery and what was the
a lot of us.
There's so many.
This sounds like every time
I swear to God,
there's
there's breweries out
Great
there.
Divide.
Great
You know,
Divide.
I mean, they've got like 150 breweries just in Denver alone. So I mean, it's crazy, and but you have to remember it's a marathon, not a sprint. When you're going there, get flights so you're trying a little bit because you're gonna taste their beer, and then you're gonna go next door or. Maybe next door to next door, and you're just going door to door, and so if you sit there and have a pint of every one of them that you want to try, you won't make it half the day. So.
There's 1,700 breweries representing their beer.
So you
Each
physically
had
can't try every beer you want to try. You're gonna have to miss out.
At GABF?
GABF.
There was. Oh.
At the actual GABF.
Was it 1,700? Okay, there was
1,700
breweries.
breweries.
Something like that.
Yeah, each with at least 2 beers. Most of them had 3 to 4.
I think they had 7,000 some odd entries into the competition.
Take your time.
Now, not all of them were at the tasting, but 7,000 beers were entered this year.
That's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
How do you it's one of those where whenever they have the weed festivals also in Denver, where I'm like. At a point, there's got to be diminishing returns of you get to the 18th beer and you're like, this tasted just like the last lager. This tasted just like the last lager. They're all the first 3 win.
You're right. I mean, not that I have any experience with the weed festival, but when you go to GABF, you get a cup, and you don't get a punch card like you get in here in Texas.
Yeah.
So it's not like you get only 20 samples.
Yeah.
It's unlimited samples.
Yeah.
So you just go from booth to booth to booth, and you can try as much as you can fit into that 4 or 5 hour period of time. And by the end, you're like, I don't even know what a good beer is anymore.
Yeah.
Your
When
palate
does this
gets shot. October. It's going to be October 5th through 7th or something next year, or 7th through 9th or something.
Might have to plan a trip.
Now I'm
it's
interested.
always in October.
We've got other people. They all do podcasts from the place. So it's a
that's
great place.
cool.
Great place to actually do one. So.
All right. So it sounds like we need to get our game
together.
up. Yeah. We need to go represent Houston. That was something I also read, though. No Houston brewery actually left GABF with an award this year, which kind of seemed weird to me. I mean, I might have a bias because I drink this beer the most, but we got some damn good beer out here. So.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, there were 7,000 some odd beers entered into the competition. I mean, that's a lot of beers to compete against.
You can't win every year.
There's the what order were you tasted in? How was their palate already shot? What was going on? Maybe maybe those beers were just superior, and they just it happens. But only 10 breweries received award medals this year, and ABGB though up in Austin got 2, and they got large brew pub.
Those medium.
No, it was large brew pub. Large scale brew pub or something like that.
Gotcha.
So they got the award for that. So that was really good.
Cool. I mean, even to be defeated at GABF is not to be defeated because you
You made it in through all the entries,
And it's not to say your beer wasn't good because there's probably just so many great beers being offered anyway. It's it's more of a nice experience to have your stuff sent off.
And then, you said earlier, is the palate shot, stuff like that, because like you said, we are you're drinking a bunch of beers.
Yeah. So don't worry, Houston, our beer's still fucking badass.
Yeah.
And they judge based on BJCP standards. So if your beer could be phenomenal, but not meet the BJCP specific tasting standards of that style.
Yeah.
And so you basically get eliminated right up front because you don't fit in that. And they actually had it happen.
One category, there were 10 submissions. It's a brand new category. There were 10 submissions. They gave a bronze away, and that's it because none of the other ones even met the style guidelines. So, so you might have a lot of beers that gets thrown out because it doesn't.
And you only get bronze.
Yeah, I know.
That seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, but that was the kind of cool part. The actual award ceremony itself is just an amazing thing. It is a very large auditorium, and it is standing room only from all of these breweries and stuff. A lot of talent at that place. I wish we could try half the beers at some of these.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Fetching Lab out in Alvin, Texas. when can people go visit you? I know you said it's still kind of limited, so it's probably the best opportunity to get your beer might be out and about at a bar.
Right. The best opportunity is at a bar, but if you watch our Facebook page or our website, fetchinglabrewery.com, we always put our events out there. We're very weather dependent because of our parking lot. So if it rained in the middle of the week, it might be a little too soft to park cars. So we put our events out there, just Facebook webpage when we invite people over. We love inviting the public out to see the brewery, but we don't always get to as much as we want. But yeah, definitely on our website we also have a Find Us page where we put all the different bars that carry our beer.
Okay.
So you can see, and then you can check with those bars because sometimes we're on rotation.
I got you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Anything else you guys would like to possibly plug, talk about?
Yeah, just real quick, couple things there. People that the frequently asked questions. Yes, we don't open as often because of the weather, as she mentioned. It is so bad that we've literally had a guy kayak all the way around our brewery. We actually got pictures of me handing him a beer in the kayak.
Oh,
You know?
wow.
It was kind of funny. Didn't come in the brewery, so
Kayak responsibly.
we try to open up as much as possible, but we can't always do it. Follow that webpage. We are in the process of changing our license from a brewery license to a brew pub because a lot of people have asked us, can I buy a growler and take it home? Not yet. That's coming soon.
It's coming soon.
Right.
Growlers on the way.
Yep.
If they look anything like this or the ones you brought and taste anything like the ones you brought, I think you're going to be doing all right. So, we really appreciate you guys coming on. Visit the website. Find out where you can get them. Find out where they're going to be. Find out when you can visit them personally. Everything you need to know.
Even if you need to take a kayak.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you need a kayak.
And we're back with On Tap with Southside Collection. Sitting with us right now, here live, the number 10 heavyweight in the UFC, Derrick Lewis. How you doing, brother?
Horrible, man.
Horrible. Why are you doing so horrible?
Tired.
Man? You're tired.
We supposed to start an hour ago. I'm tired.
We started
Hungry.
an hour ago.
I saw you
an hour. What were you
I'm
eating
feeling
earlier?
hostage.
You feel like a
Like
hostage?
barricading the door right now with 10 people.
I'm pretty
Forcing
sure you
me
can
to
run
do
through them
this.
anyway.
You have a big ass truck. What kind of truck is that?
350. Well, 3,500.
For the coat?
What is that? High country? Yeah.
No, it's
Motherfucker.
big. Yeah,
You can't fit more truck on it.
Someone says he could fit in here, and like I saw you from a distance. I was like, yeah, and then I was like, oh shit.
We might have to redo the dimensions. Number 10 in the UFC, number fucking at least 2 because we got number 1 here, but number 2 in Madden, you were spanking everybody downstairs, me included.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played.
Yeah, they're
It
gonna
didn't show.
They're gonna
Cool
show
shot.
down later. Derrick versus the number 1. I think because we're gonna throw some curveballs in there. It's drinking Madden, so it's not gonna exactly be your normal game of Madden. People will get a little inebriated, and some number 1s can become number 3s real quick.
All right, well, let's get into let's talk about the Philippines a little bit, man. They canceled your fight out there. You were already out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The only one out there.
the only one. Did you at least have a little fun while you were out there?
Yeah, I had a little fun. You know, the people was real friendly. You know, that was annoying friendly. That was over the top. Like, oh, cool. Hey, let me get that door for you. Like 10 guys running to the door trying to open it for me. But it was cool, though. It was real. It was better than the USA, you know.
Really?
They treated me like I was at home, so it felt
That's good.
Yeah.
How did it compare to Moscow?
Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia. There we go.
Way better than Croatia.
Way better than Croatia.
Croatia, they was scared of me. You know, I was the only black guy there, so they were scared. And
Damn.
Philippines, they act like I was just,
You
know.
born there.
yeah.
That's good. Shit. But
They
you got.
wanted to meet me. They wanted
Yeah.
to talk to me.
And I feel like, and just through the people that I know that do other things like that, where that takes them around the world, that like even like when you're not as known, they still want to get to know you because they're interested in what you do. I feel like in the U.S. crowd, it kind of gets lost. Like people don't really appreciate the arts; they just want to see two people fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got a new fight now,
Mhm.
new opponent, new fight, main event. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. The guy that was supposed to fight in Philippines, he wound up pulling out. They asked him if he was going to be ready in December, and he said no, he's not going to be ready
Yeah.
because he said he had a tough camp, so he don't want to fight me anymore. So
Yeah.
they got this guy from Russia.
And I mean, he's not a slouch, but he's not a finisher either.
The thing is, everybody in UFC is a tough fight. So
Yeah.
I can't look past him.
Exactly. And do you think that after this they'll give you someone, or do you want someone in the top 5, or do you think they'll?
I'm always looking for the competition. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be top 5 after this.
That's good. That's good. I have it written down right here actually.
You cheating, man.
I am cheating, man. I've been drinking longer than you have, man. I gotta cheat. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you have only had 3 fights out of 21 fights go to decision, right? Is that right or wrong?
Knockout
That ain't
king
even
or
me,
what?
man. You reading something that
Nah,
ain't
that's
even true.
you.
This is
No, I only
Wikipedia,
had
man.
1 decision.
No, you have. I swear, I saw that you had 3. 1 in the UFC. Only one in the
Yeah, one
UFC.
in the
Yeah.
UFC. Only 1 in the UFC.
Yeah,
Where you get the
I was
3
getting
though?
there. 3, your career.
Oh, we're gonna talk careers
Oh,
now.
Okay. Oh, you didn't let me finish too.
Okay, go
You
ahead,
see
man.
it right there. It's
You
1
high-
in the UFC.
You high as
No,
motherfucker, man.
it says it right there.
You
1
high,
in the
man.
UFC.
Yeah, okay. Where the 3 at?
You see,
Okay.
the 3 is right there. 3 out of 21,
Nah,
and
man.
only 1 in the UFC. You didn't let me finish. You cut me
Go ahead,
off.
finish, man. Finish.
And 1 in the UFC.
But I'm gonna let you finish though.
No, that's literally, you see that? That's the end of that.
Okay.
Your opponent.
All right.
Your opponent doesn't have a lot of finishes. He hasn't had a sub since 2011 and a KO since 2012. He doesn't really seem like he pushes the pace much. Is that something you can be ready? You're ready for?
I haven't watched the film on him yet, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where the fight go. I'm gonna be ready.
That's
Either
good.
standing or on the ground.
Yeah.
You know? No matter. I'll be ready.
That's good.
Would you say more comfortable ground or swinging and banging with people?
I'm more comfortable inside the cage anyway. So
Okay.
soon the cage closes, it doesn't matter where the fight goes.
I got you. You're in your element regardless.
Yeah.
I like that.
Bring up.
Around though. Anywhere the fight goes.
Shit, we might have you freestyle later.
You bring up swinging and banging. Talking about some Houston music. You a big fan of the Houston scene? I know the
Yeah.
Houston scene's a big fan of you.
Everything Houston, I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
Houston Rockets, Astros, Texans.
How do you think the Texans are about to do against the Broncos?
Did they even contact you to sub in for JJ Watt? I mean,
No.
I think you could throw the pads on, man,
Yeah, I wish, but no.
in a past life.
So I saw I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw Big Pokey. He posted this picture and he said, he asked if the fans wanted a collaborative album between him and Zero.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a spokesperson for this album right now? It has to be done. You want to speak on that one?
Yeah, it'll be real good. I was just with Zero.
Yeah.
At the Texan game.
Oh,
this
shit.
last weekend. I should have asked him.
Did y'all
I think
stay
he
through the whole
posted
thing?
that photo the same day.
Did y'all- Oh, that's good. There you go. Real fans.
It was real cloudy.
Yeah.
On the way there and on the way home, riding with Zero, so it
Yeah.
was cloudy. It was like old being here. And I'm just looking left to right.
We
I
finally
can't
got
even smoke,
our
so
comparison
I'm
to Zero. Thank you.
And y'all, that's true fanship right there because the
Lot of people
Texans
left.
Texans players were not happy with people leaving before the end of the game.
It didn't matter. It shouldn't have been playing like shit.
There you go. There you
Fair
go. Man of the
assessment.
people. You understand both sides. I like it. I
Right.
like it.
You got to put on a show regardless. And sometimes they know how to not put on a show. The Patriots, that game, man, that was ugly.
When did you come here from Louisiana?
98.
98.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I was close. I think I said 2000, 2001. that was still pretty
I
fucking
guess
close.
if you threw any year out there, you were close. You could have cheated.
I didn't have
still
that one written
reading,
down.
still reading.
I didn't have that one
Exactly.
written down.
So you've been pretty acclimated to Houston or for a while then, so that's what's up.
Yeah.
Like, so that kind of explains that support. And you mentioned Zero. I wanted to get your opinion. Do you have a favorite Zero song, album, or
I
song
believe
or
this
album?
last one that you just put out was pretty good.
That's fair because you're on it.
Not on
Yeah.
it. He's mentioned.
Well, yeah, an honorable. You're the
I'm
first
I'm in
line.
the video too, so we
There we
don't
go.
talk about that.
The 4 ounce.
The 4 ounce Fight Club in the video. He went
Yeah.
down there and met y'all.
Yeah.
That's
And
what's
2 years ago I was in that video too. I forgot the name of it though, but I was in another video.
Damn, man.
Derrick Lewis
We
gets
gotta
in
start
work.
throwing you into music videos more.
Shit, I think there's gonna be one filmed here like on
Yeah,
Sunday.
shit, but I ain't getting no check though, so we can't be doing too many.
It's that Dave Chappelle one where like, everyone wants me to be the funny guy in their music video.
If I've noticed one thing, that's you always are about your check. I like that because even when you talk to Ariel Hawani, he was
Money,
saying out
man.
he felt bad for you. You're like, you don't feel too bad. I accept checks, money orders. You can send it my way.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Carlos and I had previously mentioned. I mean, if you go on your Instagram already, you can tell. But then just you as a person, you enjoy talking shit. Is that something you kind of aim to do more often?
What do you
or
mean talking shit like what?
just fucking around, throwing like at the end of that Roy Nelson fight? Can we expect more of that from the Black Beast?
That's the way I am, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change.
I got you.
Do you think you can become a bigger voice in the UFC heavyweight division that way?
I'm not worrying about being all. I'm just worrying about getting paid. Man.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
pay
yeah.
me, I'll do whatever. I'm the puppet.
You're the puppet. But at the same time, you control what the puppet says. You can talk some more shit to people.
Yeah, it's like a scary movie puppet, though. When the hand out in my ass, I'm still talking.
Oh man, I'm glad we decided to
That was a
freestyle
good
this. I did not see that coming.
Freestyle king. Man.
That you got me that when we did the interview over, and we're gonna get into it later. We got you a grill for your last fight. It was a welcome home present, a victory present. There we go.
Appreciate it.
You cracked me up on that one too. That was funny. We asked you 1 out of 10. It was the day after the Roy Nelson fight. The Roy Nelson fight was who did he fight again? Fact checker right here.
Tim Silva.
Tim Silva. No, he's the fact checker.
Yeah,
Bigfoot Silva. You said Tim right there. No, I don't.
Bigfoot
He's
Silva.
lying. He's lying his ass. But I asked you how the fight was, and you had your mold in. You just that was great.
I
man.
wanted Big Country to lose.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, fuck him.
Well,
Is that
he
your
still
nemesis
wound
now?
up.
He's
still-
under you.
Well, he still wound up messing up anyway. They wound up banning him, I believe, for 2 years. No.
Yeah,
shit.
and they
You
want to
take
fine
money
him a
from
lot
him.
of money too.
Yeah.
How you
What,
feel about
drugs?
that one?
That's
No,
pretty
not for
good. I
drugs,
like
just for
that.
kicking Big
It's
John.
good. It's good.
Yeah, he was talking shit.
I like that. Made me smile when I heard him.
And his strategy wasn't all that good. I don't know what he's really upset about in that fight with you. He didn't really do much.
He
Yeah, he
hugged.
didn't do anything.
Yeah. If you had 2 more minutes, you think you had him knocked out?
Man, that was right. I think it was a few more seconds.
Yeah, a few more. Shit, he was really quick
Yeah.
to grab you after that one, man.
For sure.
You
I think it was 2 more rounds. That would have been good, too.
well, shit, you got that 5-round fight coming up.
True.
Albany.
Let's see, man. I'm feeling good. My weight is down. I've been
Yeah.
drinking a lot of wine, staying away from the beer as much, but, I'm
You got the
pouring up
blueberry
today.
beer.
It's
The fetching lab.
the generic brand of Mad Dog. You
This is Mad Dog's big brother, fetching lab.
Fetching
40-40.
That's funny. How do you feel about fighting in New York, especially? It's gonna be like the second UFC fight there, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about them giving you the main event and such? Like usually they would give it to someone from New York, but
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to New York, and like for years I've been wanting to do my New Year's there. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna see how it is. So we got.
Never been to New York?
No, I've never been.
Oh shit! All right, that's
So
nice.
we'll see.
I haven't either.
Hopefully I
been to
don't
the
come back
Philippines and
talking back
Croatia.
different.
We'll come back wearing some Timberlands.
Yeah, some Timberland.
Dead ass,
Big
B. I
ass
put
fur
that
There we go. I
ass.
was trying to think of the word dead ass.
Big.
Take him
big
some
ass fur coat.
take him some Trill clothes, man, because they're already trying to take our swag anyway. They might as well have some of it.
Come back with Ja Rule swag.
There we go.
Bro, you start singing on us.
Murder.
Oh man.
How, was Black Beast in this hoe a saying before you came to Houston, or like what really came? What made that come about? You
I don't
fit
know,
that in.
man.
It's classic.
I don't know. It was just freestyle.
Yeah.
That's how I felt at the time.
'Cause I remember the first time I saw Joe Rogan hearing it, and he just like had this face like, oh. Like,
Joe Rogan always high, so he can't tell what's going on in his head.
He's a very big proponent of marijuana.
I failed my drug test just to smoke with Joe Rogan.
That's fair.
Oh shit, man! I wish we had
Shit,
the
well-
connection on that. He'll get you on immediately.
Have you? I would go on Joe Rogan's podcast. Do they only smoke weed on there, or can you just chill?
I don't know.
Uh,
I heard it be
I said, I know you're a fan.
I mean, sometimes they chill. He'll smoke.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah,
no
there
matter
was
what,
one guy
yeah.
there that he didn't.
I'm
he
going to
didn't
tweet
smoke.
that later on. I'm gonna
Dude,
that.
tweet at Joe Rogan and tell him. He had Cowboy Cerrone on, and Cowboy Cerrone, he tried to take a dip from Cowboy, and he ended up swallowing it. And I was listening to it, I was like, this is the worst experience I could imagine over audio. Like, he drank a beer and goes, oh, the dip's gone. He's, what, you spit it out? Nah, swallowed it. You're not supposed to. What?
Yes. I'm sick.
So, when you were coming up with the game, George Foreman, you were under the tutelage of George Foreman, the great George Foreman. How did that face right there? And it's gonna lead into my next question. I promise you that. But how was that? Like What did you really
I only
gain?
trained with him for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
And it was okay, you know. They told me if I would have stuck with boxing, they would have brought my apartment, and
Yeah.
they already had brought me a car.
Yeah.
You know, and everything would have been taken care of. But I didn't want to do that, and I just wanted to just stick to MMA.
What made you? Was it a tough choice between MMA and boxing, or did you?
I believe I didn't really have to train hard for MMA.
Yeah.
You know, if I get tired, go ahead and take the guy down. I'll let the guy take me down and get my rest. But in boxing,
Yeah.
hold a guy for a little bit, they break you up. Man.
You got
It's too
right back at
tired,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Like, what, 12 rounds?
Yeah.
That's too long.
Yeah, it is too long. Well, shit.
Fuck that. I'm going to lay down for a little bit. Let
There
the
you
guy
go.
lay on top of me. I'm chilling.
The GSP approach. You want a lot of fights that way.
Yeah.
You do a lot of MMA fighters and athletes in general do a lot of interviews. And you get a lot of the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one question that you don't like getting more so than others? Because you probably get it 100 times.
Oh, just about me going to prison. That's about it.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Who's trying to talk about that?
Yeah, I know,
No one needs to
right?
talk about that.
Yeah.
Grab some beardo.
That or like when bring him up again, Ariel. Whenever he brought up like your whole kid situation and like if you were married and all that, I can tell you're kind of trying to pivot off of that. Like just leave it alone, Ariel.
Yeah. Don't even want to talk about it. I'm not married, never been married, and all this.
Always got to stay on the record as single. You're a big name in the UFC, man. People are gonna be coming for you.
Shit.
Cat throwing left and right.
I heard through that interview with Ariel, we keep on referencing it, that apparently Verdum ducked you.
Who?
Fabricio Verdum?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's what he said. That
yeah.
he was offered your fight.
A couple of guys did too. I think
Oh, yeah?
they said Travis Brown did too.
Well,
Travis
he
Brown might be
should,
ducking
yeah.
everybody.
He should duck you.
Bro,
If he wants to stay where he's at in those rankings, he should duck
He's
you.
turning down sex from Ronda right now just in case. She might knock his ass out.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else? Is there like? Would you want to fight? Or I know you would.
Fight anybody.
But
I don't care who
is
they
there
are.
like there's Josh Barnett and Andre Arlovski, two former champions as well. You get one of those notches like under your belt. You should be skyrocketed in these fucking rankings.
You know, the Gabriel Gonzaga fight helped me out a lot too.
Yeah.
'Cause he was a contender in once. So
Carlos
fighting
over-
those
my
guys is
bad.
good too.
Carlos over here thinks he could take Cain Velasquez. He said it on a couple of
I
occasions.
think I can.
Look at Carlos' eyes.
My eyes
You
are
wouldn't
always
even make
like
it to
that.
the ring.
Man.
Well, 99% of my game plan is run.
Oh, okay.
Just I think I can outmove him and then he can break something. Because he's a fragile guy. Would you be down to step in? As I heard, I think today it got announced that he's actually fighting Fabricio at 207.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be ready for that one just in case? You got to be, right?
I'm ready to fight anyone. I don't care who they are.
You have that do you have that Cerrone type of or mentality where like if you see a fight drop, you're like, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, so when I was in high school, I was fighting just about every weekend
Yeah.
illegally. So
That's the best
I
way to
don't
do
love
it,
to
man.
fight. So
Go
let's
under
go.
a different name, like the Black Beast, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any other possible names? Like when you were going through your head, or was Black Beast like
No,
the
I didn't
first
name
one?
myself that.
You can't give yourself your own nickname.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah,
I was
guess
training
that's-
at a gym called Silverback at the time.
Yeah.
RP Tony Orozco, my head coach at the time. And the gym called Silverback, so basically it's like a gorilla. So
Yeah.
that's why I was pounding my chest. It's like a gorilla. So gorilla is a black beast. So
I like it. Shit, you got gorilla tatted on your neck.
yeah.
Is there any combat? Do you have any combat sport heroes at all? Like just between boxing, MMA?
Probably just Iron Mike Tyson.
That's a good hero to have.
Right.
And Wolverine, you know.
Hey.
The Hulk. That's about
Hulk.
it. Just those.
real people that really fuck shit up. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Mike Tyson, man, he could knock a motherfucker out.
That would have been cool if he was in MMA.
If he, yeah. Do you think that he would have done well if he
Yeah.
trained like in the time?
Yeah, but I don't know how he would do on the ground. But
Yeah.
still, though, he's short, strong ass legs. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you
Probably
feel?
been pretty good still.
How do you feel about Greg Hardy trying MMA or wanting to do MMA?
He's just trying to get some aggression on him 'cause he's tired of beating on women.
There it is.
There we
That's all
go.
it is.
That's fair to
We
say.
have
I
a
think.
strong fuck domestic violence stance on this show. So
Yeah.
fuck Greg Hardy as well.
Yeah, fuck Greg Hardy.
Would you take that fight? Greg Hardy? Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, I'll take it. I grew up watching my mom getting beat.
Yeah.
So I would take all that anger out on his ass.
That's what brought you to Houston. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big family too, like your immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
You're the second oldest.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is there anyone bigger than you in your family?
Yeah, I'm afraid to see it.
My brother.
Yeah.
What?
Older brother, younger?
What does he do? Like accounting?
No.
The black beast of
Now
accounting.
he's the owner of a Fortune 500 company.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Nah, he's in prison.
Oh shit, man! I didn't mean to. Damn it! I walked myself into that one very slowly
he can still
too.
be fucking with you.
No, I'm for real.
I got you.
I wish it wasn't though. But he get
Yeah.
out next year though, so it's gonna be.
There we go. Shit. And then you're doing all right, so shit.
I'm alright.
He's gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna be alright.
There we go.
All right.
I'm out of beer though.
Oh,
You had a beer?
Get yourself a
Shit.
stout.
The interview over with or what?
Nah,
I'm
man,
out of beer.
you can get
This
some
show
more
doesn't
beer.
end until all the beer is gone.
What is this? What flavor is this?
Chocolate vanilla chili
Chocolate.
stout.
I don't know, man.
We got a.
I ain't eat that much, so eating that chocolate, I don't know.
Oh come on, man! You're big ass dude.
Which
We were
one is
trying to
this?
get you fucked up.
Which one?
He said chug it.
Chug that shit. Chug
That would be
shit.
impressive.
Yeah, ruin your mic. I think I'm on some type of porno throwing up on his mic.
The porno outtakes.
Do you have a favorite Louisiana rapper?
Probably Lil Wayne.
Probably Wayne. He said Wheezy.
Right. It's an easy answer,
Like
but
the
it's also like.
old school
Oh,
Master
yeah.
P. Well, I guess all of it old school, but yeah, Master P was the one too.
Yeah.
Mystical.
There you go.
Reach back for mystical. And I mean, we touched on Zero. You got a favorite Houston rapper, and Trey or Zero, or
Yeah, Zero and Trey, both of them.
yeah, I
And
got
I
you.
like Big Pokey too.
Yeah.
Especially Pimp C whenever I'm feeling myself.
Right, that's the best way to listen to Pimp C, man.
Especially lately since I got my grill in my mouth, feel like
There
I
we
just
go.
want to just say bitch all the time. So I got the grill.
Bitch.
Funky bitch.
Well, shit, now they gotta let you on a track, right? They gotta let you talk some shit. The Derrick Lewis interlude.
Oh man, if you were like the big body to a Zero or Trey song, that'd be perfect. Like Big Body with Action Bronson.
All right, we had a little technical glitch.
Nobody knew about that though.
No, they
They
did.
already
That's what
told
we're
you.
cutting back to.
Bitch.
Oh man. Bitch.
That ain't playing.
So Derrick, you were talking about every time you wear your grill, you feel
Yeah.
like Pimp C.
Yeah.
You want to reiterate that bitch one more time, just because I don't know if we got it or not.
Can't do it like that, man. It's freestyle, man. Can't be doing it. Like, it won't sound right. So, I won't appreciate I got grills. Or
Got grills.
Got grills.
We can bring
You
them
know,
out
got
right
grills.
now.
You do got
Appreciate
grills
that.
now.
They do.
Now you got
Officially.
grills.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's fit them in, man. I'll
Shitting
scoot
on them
down.
boys, man. Fuck Johnny Dang.
Appreciate it.
Fuck Johnny Dang, man. We got grills over here.
That's
man.
right. If you got a problem with it,
Hey, I got
That's
the
our
cosign-
backup.
Cosign from the Beast, man. So y'all got an issue, take it up.
If y'all want that foggy grill, go to Johnny Dang. If you want the real deal, I got grills,
Good
man.
luck, good luck, man.
I'm talking about funky bitch.
y'all grills got clouds in them.
Where did you? How long have y'all been making grills in Houston here?
Man, we've been, we're based in Houston
Yeah.
since forever. We've been doing grills in Houston for probably about 2 or 3 years now.
Okay.
Like really focusing on it. We've been doing fine jewelry forever, gold, diamonds, custom pieces, rings, everything. We had a few customers out of state that wanted some grills, so we tried to do the whole out-of-state thing.
Yeah.
Saw that there was a big market, and just started going at it, man. So here we are now,
Yeah.
on a podcast with Southside Collection and the Beast.
Derrick Lewis.
There you go, man. There you go.
And one more time for the camera. Derrick, just a little. And you got yours in too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We shining.
I wore braces for 12 years.
My mom said I can't wear it, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it was a long time. I don't want. Yeah.
Damn. must have
Well,
some
you didn't say, like, have you
Bro,
ever seen
they almost had to
Bojack?
break my jaw.
His teeth are crossing like every one was like a railroad track.
So it's basically
I had
a
my
miracle.
teeth. I had my teeth dreaded up.
Those chompers you see
It's a
in front of you
miracle, man.
today, we're
God is real.
strategically- Yeah,
God
placed.
is real, man. It's a miracle.
The God is
bless you,
real.
man.
God is real, and so our heads. I had to wear a fucking head thing.
Head brace?
Yeah,
Head
dude.
brace at night?
Yeah, whenever I. Yeah. Whenever I had to spend the night at a friend's house, I had to bring that shit with me, and I lost friends because of it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm fucking up their sheets, putting holes in their sheets.
The pillows, yeah. Anytime you turn your
Well,
head.
it's because they had the memory foam. I told them not to.
It's terrible, man.
Everyone's just keep showing their grill, huh?
Well, Dave put up a sign that said "Big Smile." I
Yeah,
think he
we
wants
gotta
to take
show
a
it
look.
off a little bit, man. So,
And y'all on every social media? What's up?
Yeah. Instagram @GotGrillsOfficial, Twitter @GotGrillsOfficial as well, I believe. You can order online, gotgrills.com. Shoot us an email, info@gotgrills, of course. We can do anything. So whatever you're looking for,
It's true.
we got it. Yeah.
Shit, we sat down with with Derrick, and they asked you, like, do you want anything specific, like fancy on it? No. Like, nothing? Like, beast? Nothing? No.
I was so excited, man. I was like, I'm going to do something crazy for this guy, do laser engraving, all this shit. He's like, no, I just want to play. I was like, cool, man. Hey, whatever
Like I said,
you
we
want,
can do
man.
whatever. We can do whatever.
But,
I've never had it
sometimes-
before, so it's pretty cool,
But for the next one, maybe we can get a little fancy on it.
Yeah.
So.
Whenever you, I say that was supposed to be when you won. So next time when you come back, we'll get you a top or something.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
There we go.
No
Derrick,
grills for draws, though. You gotta win.
Yeah.
we're gonna be right back with Derrick. Derrick, you're gonna play the #1 Madden player in the world.
Both consoles.
Both.
Man, he
consoles.
cheating anyway, man. I know that's probably one of them guys that be having his headset on in his mama room talking all that shit. Yeah, I know that's him. Talking all that shit, calling me bitches and hoes and all that.
We'll be right back.